Get strong.
Hello friends, welcome to my new video. In this video, we'll be comparing two of the biggest giants in the pencil color industry, Faber-Castell and Derwent color pencils. We'll see which one performs better on various parameters. What we'll do is we'll compare both the brands on three parameters. First is opacity, second is blending, and the third is burnishing. So the way we check opacity is by checking the hiding power of the color. For example, if you see the blues here, they're able to hide the black background in a much better manner compared to the reds in the third column. This shows that the blues here have a much better opacity than the reds in this third column. So the next attribute that we're going to test is blending. As you can see in the video, blending is an art of combining different grades of color such that the transitions are not very evident. The final attribute that we'll test is burnishing. Burnishing is a kind of blending where you press the pencil harder in order to get maximum wax on paper so as to hide any of the paper trails. Let's begin the test with round number 1, opacity. So to be fair for the comparison, I have divided a human lip into two equal parts. On one half we'll use Faber-Castell, while on the other half we'll use the Derwent color pencil. And then compare both the brands to see which one is better on each of the attributes. We start with two pencils each for the base layer of the lips. For a like-to-like comparison and to be fair, I have chosen the lightest tones of pink in both the brands. We start drawing the upper lip using both the brands and then move on to the lower lips. We start by shading a light skin tone evenly over the lips. I've seen over the years sketch artists often get lazy with the lips. It breaks my heart. You must accentuate the details, look at the reflected light and shade accordingly. So for the purpose of comparison, I am just going to evenly shade both the sides of the lips equally. However, when you are actually drawing lips, you must remember to look at the reflected lights on both corners of upper and lower lips and then shade accordingly. So far in round 1, I'll tell you my impression of both the pencils. Faber-Castell seems to be smooth and soft, although it seems the pigment intensity is a bit low and it is on the lighter side, so the color deposited on paper seems to be very transparent. As you can see, on the other hand, Derwent pencil seems to be chalky, but at the same time, Derwent glides on more smoothly and colors like a dream. It really does work something like a pastel pencil. It's a little crumbly and if you press too hard, flakes can come off, but the pencil is so soft that you can go through them pretty quickly. It's simply a pleasure to use. So according to me, round 1 definitely goes to Derwent. I've given a rating of 7 to Derwent and a rating of 5 to Faber-Castell for opacity. So with this we now come to round 2, which is blending. For this round I have chosen 3 midtones of pink which are comparable for both the brands. We start shading in similar fashion along the base layers. We will continue to shade the ridges and corners of both upper and lower lips and continue to build volumes and add tone for the core and the cast shadows. Here is a simple and very useful tip for drawing lips. As you can see, there are 3 forms in the upper lips and 2 forms in the lower lips. So layering and blending should bring out these forms while shading. Remember, the line between the lips is not a line, but it is a cast shadow. In terms of blending, I find the Faber-Castell pencil fares much better for me because of how well they are able to blend. With Derwent, you can see that although they are much more vibrant, they haven't really mixed well enough and blending does not look smooth at all. So round 2 of blending goes to Faber-Castell. I've given a rating of 8 to Faber-Castell and a 6 to Derwent. So with this we come to the final round of testing, burnishing. For this round, we will use the same 3 midtones that we used in round 2. but we will use extra force to transfer as much wax on paper and hide the paper trails. In terms of burnishing, I must say that Faber-Castell seems to be very smooth and there is very less chalkiness. Also, the pencil has not broken even once, which is great. However, there is one disappointing factor that the colors are not vibrant enough and it is difficult to bring out highlights. Now we start shading the right side with the Derwent pencil. Here again, we are using the same 3 mid-tone colors that we used in round 2. I love the vibrancy in colors, but they are so much more chalkier that it is very difficult to burnish and hide paper trails. I wish the flakiness was less in Derwent, which would have made this an absolute winner. The flakiness in Derwent was just too much and hence I have given a low score to Derwent compared to Faber-Castell, and this round goes to Faber-Castell. This gives Faber-Castell a total of 22 versus Derwent which scored 20. Faber-Castell has won by a small margin. However, let me tell you, both the brands are equally good when it comes to pencil coloring art. It's just that you have to test out your favorite brands and then choose. So we come to the end of this video. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more uploads in future.